Hi there. I wanted to do a video today on compassion. This kind of follows on from the celebrations and screw-ups video. And it is important for us to celebrate our wins. It's important for us to own when we screw up. It's not to beat ourselves up, but so that we can, learn from them and not, get kind of bogged down by them. We all screw up, we all make mistakes, and it's all part of growing and learning and succeeding and all that sort of thing. But compassion is for when we, do make a mistake, or as part of our inner work and the inner journey we go on, we might come across something difficult or something we're not very good at, or that we don't know how to handle, or something, that we have done that we're a bit like, oh, kind of wish I hadn't done that, or, oh, did I really do that? And, this is where we really need to show ourselves compassion, as we would a friend, as we would someone else. There's a lot of people talking about this online. Tara Brach is really wonderful about her sort of talking a lot about compassion. She has a brilliant system for kind of investigating inner stuff. She calls it RAIN. You've got to recognise, become aware, investigate, and then nurture. Jamie Catto talks a lot about, this life being like a rodeo covered in Vaseline. You're going to fall off 1,000 times a day, and and just brings a bit of fun to it, but also a lot of compassion. And it's also true. When we do find something that we are struggling with or we find hard, if we beat ourselves up about it, or if we just try and fix it, if we try and just say, oh, okay, I'm not going to do that anymore, I'm making a decision not to do that anymore, but we haven't actually kind of done the inner work to understand what's kind of underneath it, or why we might be doing that, if it's a pattern that we keep repeating and something that we can't change, that we're struggling with, then we really need to investigate that with a lot of compassion for ourselves and a lot of love and kindness and understanding. Because actually, by just saying I'm going to change, or I'm not going to recognise that part of myself, splitting it off, denying it, avoiding it, it just comes back later and bites you on the backside. And the more you avoid it, the more you split it off, it just stacks up, because you keep repeating the same patterns, and then it gets harder and harder to address. So try and be really kind to yourself, be compassionate to yourself when you find something difficult. You might find that you're getting stuck at work, or in your private life, in your personal life, in relationships. And, if you're starting to build a meditation practice and you really want to do that for inner work, to really get to know yourself, really become present and conscious, you may well come across these things. I find more and more stuff. It's like people talk about it feeling like peeling the layers off an onion. You peel one and then another one comes, and sometimes it does feel a bit like that, and sometimes you just think, oh, when's it gonna end? And then once you get through them, it's like, oh wow, I've discovered a whole other dimension to myself that I didn't know was there. So that's the payoff. But you can't do that through brute force, by just making a decision. Sometimes that works, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes you have to really go deep and really understand and free yourself from a belief, or a pattern, or something that happened to you a long time ago, or in your recent past, that you weren't ready to face. And sometimes they are kind of lurking in quite a fragile, sensitive, delicate place inside you, and we all have them, and you might find them with other things. Sometimes you find sadness also with longing. Sometimes you find fear with excitement. Exciting things can be scary. You know, sometimes there's different feelings in together, but you're only going to find them when you kind of go into some of this inner work and unblock some of these blocks. But I would always, just when you go into this, think about being really compassionate with yourself. I'm going to do a meditation that is going to just touch the surface, scratch the surface a little bit of inner work and bringing some kind compassion to ourselves and anything that we might find and experience. But I'm going to do that in a separate video. So I hope this was helpful, and do let me know what you thought. Okay, see you in the next video.